The masses chase fleeting dopamine highs, while the elite pursue the lasting power of endorphins. Let's dive into truths they don't teach in school, continuing our journey through profound, hidden wisdom. Have you ever heard of the pacifier pleasure theory? Pacifier pleasure is what soothes a crying infant. Not milk to nourish, but a pacifier to pacify. Instantly, the child grows quiet. A chilling conspiracy is built on this very principle. In 1995, the world's wealthiest gathered in secret, and they agreed. Globalization was moving too fast. The lower classes were rising, climbing upward, threatening the elite's grip on power. How do you keep the poor in their place? They devised a sinister plan. I once worked with a colleague in business, a graduate of Tsinghua University, born to civil servant parents, smarter and more charismatic than me. Guess what happened to him? He met a client, a second-generation tycoon, who lured him into gaming. Soon, he was hooked. He drained company funds to fuel his gaming addiction, even siphoning off clients' advance payments. He'd game until 3 a.m., waking up past noon. While I earned my first fortune, he was living in an internet cafe, not leaving for weeks at a time, surviving on snacks, takeout, and virtual victories. His expenses? All borrowed. He even took loans to buy in-game gear. He squandered a winning hand into ruin. At a gathering once, drunk, he confessed, saying, "The scariest thing isn't poverty itself, but the invisible temptations that ensnare you, silently eroding your will, until you willingly embrace ruin, accepting poverty as your fate." Think pacifier pleasure is just games? There's worse: reality TV, gossip, scandal, sensational news, even political dramas that don't concern you. Pause and reflect. Doesn't it feel like everyone around you, even you, might be a puppet of this system? Glossy magazines, alcohol, cigarettes, nightclubs. Addictive traps are everywhere, lurking in plain sight, sapping the ambition of the masses in a haze of indulgence. What lies behind this pacifier pleasure? A multi-billion-dollar industry. Dopamine is the brain's reward for instant gratification, a fleeting rush of pleasure, from playing something fun, eating something delicious, seeing something beautiful. This instant feedback fuels addiction, drawing you deeper into a cycle of fleeting joys. Ruining someone today is simple. Flood them with dazzling, addictive short videos, charming influencers calling you brother, making your heart race with flattery. A 20-minute game session triggers a dopamine surge, momentary bliss, endless bliss if you keep chasing. Your brain craves the stimulation, and just like that, you're hooked. The poor drown in dopamine's fleeting highs. But what are the rich doing? They're strategizing, chasing endorphins. Endorphins work opposite to dopamine. They're born from enduring pain, your brain's gift for overcoming struggle. Take a morning run, for instance. Sweating, muscles aching, body pushed to its limits. Yet your brain releases endorphins, blending effort with a deep, satisfying rush. It's the joy of self-mastery, of growth. Harvard Business School once studied this, uncovering a stark contrast. The poor chase dopamine through gambling, binge-watching, gaming, or indulgent foods, seeking fleeting pleasures. But the elite? They embrace disciplined lives, choosing clean diets, rigorous exercise, setting ambitious goals, tackling challenges head-on. They conquer their instincts, earning lasting fulfillment. The pacifier pleasures the rich create, they'd never let their own children near them. Steve Jobs banned iPads for his kids. Weekends were for math, history, not games. Game designers know every trick in titles like World of Warcraft, yet their kids are barred from playing. They know the mechanics are engineered for addiction. Human potential doesn't vary much at birth, but the gap between people in the end? It's wider than the divide between man and beast. Most become frogs in warm water, slowly boiling, unaware of their creeping demise. To rise above, it takes relentless self-discipline. Warren Buffett's secret is no mystery. Decades of unwavering routine, constantly studying, analyzing markets. One workout won't sculpt a chiseled physique. One book won't reshape your mind. But read hundreds, thousands of books, and your perspective will soar. Commit to the hard, right choices. True joy, life's ultimate reward, comes from the endorphins of effort and triumph. Stay the course, keep pushing forward. Until next time, let's keep exploring these truths together.